Hello guys, watch another YouTube video. It's your boy LittleBoy24 here. Today is going to be my review for Daredevil Born Again. Let's get right into it. So character-wise in the show was amazing. I think the reality did a perfect job of balancing Matt Murdock and these other side characters, where you understand Matt Murdock, but then when you focus on the other characters, you still like the story. And honestly, this was perfect. You could definitely tell which one were, because the thing about this show, guys, if you guys didn't know, Daredevil, the season of Daredevil, it's a mix of the original scenes and then the new scenes, because Kevin Feige said, yeah, we're going to change the director and writer for this series, because by looking at this freaking show that you guys filmed, it is dog water. So he practically hired new director, new writer, and said, hey, here's this first season with all these episodes. Take some scenes out and add some new scenes to make that episodes better. And they definitely made it better. Like the bullseye scenes, those are definitely new, by the looks of it, because reality, it was never going to be connected to Daredevil, the TV show. And because of that, a lot of fans got mad. And then that's when Kevin Feige realized that, yeah, I think we definitely do need to have the freaking Daredevil show connected to the universe of Marvel Studios. So they connected it. And, now this is how we got this new Born Again show. A lot better season than we used to have. But the characters within here was amazing. Like Bullseye, Muse, the villain side. We had about, I'm going to say 3 villains. I don't think I would count the cops, the corrupt cops as villains. But the main 3 villains, Kingpin. Because we have the main boss. You know what I mean? We have the big boss, the big villain, and the big hero. And those are Daredevil and, Kingpin. But they sure do know how to tell a story of side villains. Like we had Bullseye for a little bit for the first episode, and a couple episodes later we see him again. So we only see him 2 episodes and a half. And then Muse, we see 2 episodes and a half, and we see about Muse. And then were there even 3 villains? Yeah, and then we saw freaking Bullseye, I was right. What the hell am I saying? So even though we have the big boss and big hero, we sure saw. Wait a minute, guys. Oh, I'm just going crazy. Straight out, they kind of just perfectly balance the characters in this show, and that's what I truly like. So, because a lot of times with stories, we all know, sometimes TV show talks about the side characters more than the main character half the time, or they shows a side character that has no point in a story, let's say. And that what annoys me. It's like, a great reference is like, what TV show? There's a lot. Like, What If? Captain Carter. Let's get this straight. We liked her for the first season of What If, right? But then she keeps coming back at the season 2, like, if she's, like, the biggest character in the universe. No. We did not need her for 3 seasons, man. You could have switched her off. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. With characters, either you write them out and they focus on this one main character throughout the whole series when there's other interesting characters in that universe, right? Than just Captain Carter. So in the Daredevil show, yeah, we do truly love Daredevil and Matt Murdock and Kingpin. But we don't want so much of it. Like, too much of just redoing it over and over. In this one, they sure know this season definitely did not do that for a Disney Plus show. So that's one thing that's good about it. The new characters in it, we had a lot of new characters besides the villain side. Like Muse, that was a new character. Muse was a new character. We had a new detective on Daredevil's side. What else? The new characters in here was perfect, if I have to say, honestly. One thing I do love, a detail. They definitely added this. This is definitely a new scene. I think it's called JJ Reports. And if you guys don't know the JJ Report, if I'm saying the thing right, I want to pull up the guy that Kingpin killed in the very first season of Daredevil. And this is why I like Born Again. It's just because of the connections to the Daredevil show and a connection to other stuff I really like. They brought back a story with this guy that he killed, and she's trying to get evidence of Kingpin killing her uncle. And we already knew in the TV show that, because he straight up said he has a niece or a daughter, so we kind of already knew that, but like seeing it in Daredevil Born Again and seeing a little side story of her trying to get her revenge for her uncle is just cool to see. Definitely, the other one I would definitely say was good is White Tiger. He was Hector Estrada. I think that's his name, Hector Estrada. Maybe. I might be wrong on that. But Hector, I think his name is Hector at least. Definitely was a great hero in it. It was sad to see him get a bit killed by the corrupt cops. But his daughter I think his daughter would most likely take his place at the next White Tiger show. Okay, yeah. Oh, wow, God, I cannot wait for that. Now, story-wise, the main story in this was definitely amazing. Not the greatest. Let's get this straight. Not the greatest, because like we said, there was the main problem with this season is that they couldn't remake the whole season. So they were like, yeah, you know what? We gotta reuse scenes. So practically it was not that much Daredevil stuff in here. They definitely, all the Daredevil scenes you definitely see in this show are definitely new ones. I'll tell you that. They already said it. A lot of the Daredevil scenes, you see the fight scenes with Daredevil and other stuff, are 100% new scenes. And I'm a bit happy with that part because, honestly, by the looks of it, we wouldn't even have any Daredevil because we don't even see Daredevil that much in the series. I think we only see Daredevil for like 4 or 3 episodes and a half throughout this whole series. So, straight out, all of these are new. But either way, even though they're new, definitely good. Everything you see in Daredevil was amazing. The fight scenes were amazing. It felt like a Daredevil show. Definitely, Schnack. I just hit the No, straight out, Daredevil in this was good. Now Kingpin. I think Kingpin takes the show in this, because what Kingpin does in the and if you guys want to know my favorite episode of Daredevil Born Again, it is episode 9. It had Daredevil, it had the Punisher, it had everything you want into one episode. If you wanted to see something explode, like a watermelon head, you're going to be watching that episode. Watch that episode if you want to see a head explode. Terrifier, Terrifier, how he kills people, look at Kingpin does, and you're going to be like, that what Terrifier would do to people. So, watch that episode. That is the best episode in the series. That's how you know this show is going to be really brutal next season, definitely. Hopefully they can have the same brutalness. But honestly, yeah. Daredevil and Matt Murdock throughout the story. We're getting more Matt Murdock story, and I like Matt Murdock, so I really do not mind all the Matt Murdock side story. But Daredevil 2 story, definitely good. The Kingpin side, definitely amazing. I like how Kingpin goes to, I want to protect this city without any crimes, and then the finale is just him going back his old ways, wearing his white suit that he would always wear when he does some crime stuff. Other thing the show does great is the symbol of how characters can change what they say. Like Daredevil says, I'm never going to become Daredevil because I'm going to follow by the law and let the law handle these crimes. And then Kingpin is like, yeah, I'm not going to be this bad guy like I was before, a crime lord and stuff. And in the end of the series, he's going to be a crime lord and the mayor of the city. Double. Definitely, if you watch the first episode, you guys are going to see a symbol. You're going to see Matt Murdock in his normal clothes in a red light. And then we're going to see Kingpin in a white light symbol him, their true kinds being hide away. And in the finale episode, you see And you see Kingpin throughout all the suits changing. He's changing throughout the suits, and then his final suit would be the white suit. That was pretty awesome. Daredevil too. You see that a lot. Daredevil looking all nice till the finale of the episode, looking all messed up and crazy and like, yeah, something's wrong. You know what I mean? So, honestly, story-wise, amazing. The Punisher side story, a little bit with the Punisher side story, made Daredevil a lot better. The complex character of Punisher definitely got better in this. Yeah, I just hit the again. Wow. But the Punisher was definitely amazing. He had some good kill scenes. He killed a lot of people in here. If you guys are saying there's no killing with Punisher, you're going to get that in the series, definitely. Axe throwing, what he does is crazy. There is an end credit. Before I give my little ranking of this, Punisher is in this episode, and I already said that. What the hell? I mean, the end credit. The Punisher is in the end credit, and it's most likely a hint to his special presentation that is coming out either this year or next year, by the looks of it. And it just shows him escaping Kingpin's prison. Yeah, I forgot to say it. Kingpin makes a prison for all heroes in New York. That was crazy. It's in his basement, practically. That's weird. It's like keeping trophies, practically. I can't wait to see that in it. But yeah, honestly, there's not that much I want to talk about in Daredevil Born Again, even though it's a good show, but it has their flaws, like too much Matt Murdock, too much... Honestly, it's just too much Matt Murdock. And the character-wise was definitely good, like Karen Page, Foggy. All these characters you truly like is in this series, and new characters you're gonna definitely like. So
now let's get to the main part, the 1 out of 10 review on this show. Well, like I said, the show is perfect. Honestly, they sure know how to show the characters. They sure know how to play with the fight scenes. They know how to make it brutal. This is definitely one of those good shows you're definitely gonna watch, and you're gonna watch over and over, like Daredevil. And yes, it is not as good as Season 3 or Season 1. And I have released a tier list of the short, so if you guys want to see my tier list for the 4th season, go on my short video, you might see that, or go on my TikTok. You're going to see that either way. But my 1 out of 10 review, I'm going to give it a 8.5. Even though it is one of the greatest show on Disney Plus, not beating Loki, because Season 2 can now beat Season 2 of Loki. It's just that the main problem is that it has so much Matt Murdock, and you can still see some of the scenes that is from the original scenes, the original season reality, and then the new add-on story. So, respectfully, it's not the greatest season of a Daredevil show, but not the worst season you could ever watch. So, yes, there's this, my 8.5 review. Yeah, whoa, Joseph lost. 8.5 out of 10. And I think I already said my favorite episode, but let's just clarify it. Episode 9 is the best episode of anything. It has action, the freaking brutalness, and then another one is good. Episode 7. Episode 7 definitely was a good one. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, you gotta hit the sub, hit the like button, so that's so you guys can see more reviews of Marvel TV show, movies, or any other stuff that is movies. So yeah, have a great day, and see you guys next time. Peace.